When I started out, I probably made almost every mistake somebody could make in networking. I thought networking was going to an event or a meeting, meeting as many people as I could and exchanging as many cards as I could get. I always came home with a lot of cards, so that approach was successful. But when I wrote back or I called back or I tried to communicate with those people, I got very few responses. I found that spending time with one or two quality people at an event, particularly in those cocktail or meet and greet times before a speaker, or in an industry meeting or a conference, to really seek out somebody and spend 20-25 minutes with fewer people really ended up in a much better, higher quality relationship from my networking activities. Also, I always brought something that I thought the other person could learn from me, so that in the networking interaction they were hearing something that was new to them. And when you are interesting and you have something new to share with people, they take greater interest in you. And they'll tend to respond later on if you reach out to them for an introduction to their company, some information about the kinds of things that they do. There are ways to tell in networking situations where the best prospects are. So if you're going to spend a little bit of time with one or two people at an event to get to know them well, who are the people? You may be at an event with 40 people. You may be at an event with 4,000 people. So doing some preparation in advance, in large events, for example, to see who the speakers are. Oftentimes the speaker's profile will be there with a picture of him or her. They may be speaking, and after the speaking event they have 8 or 10 people trying to get their card and speak to them. But after that they may be wandering around the conference looking for other tracks or information, education to participate in. Those are the better opportunities to sit down next to them, open up an informal conversation, and get to know that individual a little better. Quality is always the key. So it's the quality of the individual that you're interacting with, who is going to be a successful individual in that industry or in their company. Quality in the interaction you have and the depth of understanding you establish within that little networking period you have, whether it be 5 minutes between sessions or 15-20 minutes in a different setting. In a smaller group, it's always possible to kind of watch and look. Sometimes when you have no other information, just see who is dressed well, who has a good demeanor, who seems to be presenting themselves well. Those tend to be the most successful people. And you want to be a successful person, so associating yourself with other successful people is a good networking strategy.